The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome, everybody, to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, episode 979. A shop where women used to buy clothes, I think. Was that the... No, 579. That was where they used to buy clothes. 979 was the box. That was the radio station. And also...
Still here?
979?
No, 579.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Petite,
That's right.
Yeah, that's my... Yeah, I'm a...
Yeah.
Absolutely. You,
Lane Bryant.
Yeah. They got a 28, 30, 32 store?
No, yeah, my shit is all zip codes.
I mean...
Motherfucker, you went right for it.
Yeah, all right, fuck it. We're going at it, yeah.
This is our cast today. Jerry Wayne Longmire across from me. Good Trey Tutson next to him. Sam Damaris back in the studio. We are coasting into the end of the year. We just wrapped up our Christmas show Friday night.
Yeah.
We've messed the numbers up every single year. There was a year where Rob just said, you know what, just put a fake number on it. So we called it the 35th. And then the next one was like the 26th, then the 4th, and then the something. So this year I tried to write it, and I went back and did all the math, and we did the 14th annual on the 13th year. I messed it up still. It is still not
let's look those hotels that don't have a 13th floor.
Oh!
So that's what we're going to go with.
Yes,
No,
totally
that's what we'll go
intentional.
with.
That
Yeah.
13 year would have been a fucking disaster.
Yeah,
It's a bad luck number.
That's very true. So
we
next
just-
year we get the 14th again,
Yeah.
and we're all good.
No, 15th. Just keep that shit rolling.
It's- I don't-
13 never fucking happened.
No one's going to notice. I
No,
think we
it's-
should
I
do
don't
the
think
14th.
anybody's going to go back and do the math.
We should do the 14th the next 3 years.
Yeah, just keep... Yeah.
And then
this is how
go,
it gets fucked up again.
and then go right to the 18th like nothing happened.
Like nothing
That's
happened.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Is there legit anybody alive that's been to all 14 of them? 13.
No, I was gonna say aside from me, and
Mungle.
no, because
Mungle
Mungle wasn't here Friday. Outlaw Dave has missed a couple. From a fan base, certainly no girls have lasted that long.
All right.
Who? You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what that means. That's why I was like, what did that mean?
I just
Here's the
mean
thing.
anybody that was hanging out with me 13 years ago hasn't.
They
They got knocked off the ledge by something.
Even when he was living in L.A., because, okay, I wasn't here, but even when he was living in L.A., Brian Hersey managed to show up to every one of them.
Hersey's seen a lot.
He was fucked up at every one of them.
But he has not been to all of them. We're just going to have to look. I don't know. We might have, but not the Alamans or the guests or any number of people we could have had. We had a really, really, really good show.
Yeah.
We
had a
How would you describe it? A stage play, a stand-up show, how would you describe what we
It was a
did?
variety show, man.
A variety show.
Yeah. And
We put on an old-fashioned Christmas variety show with a nativity fucking play in it. And it was sort of, I mean, it's part of the we never got to the nativity.
I know. Yeah.
It was like a passion play.
We never made it to the natives, but we had a good time.
Play. Yeah, we never made it to name, but yeah, it was a patch. But it was it was solid. It was it was an amalgam of festivities.
Some certain game balls to be given out. You probably took the stand-up game ball of the night.
Thanks.
I gotta
I
hand it to you.
appreciate
But you
that.
also you worked. You were on stage every night.
Yeah,
Right to it.
I was really trying to hone that down.
You knew what that set was. Jose Pena, who is working the ones and twos for us tonight. A super round of
Smash
applause.
it.
We
Yes,
threw
yes.
him a bone to say thank you for a lot of back of house shit. You were a dark horse. Nobody knew what you did on stage.
Yeah.
Except Will. Will kept telling us.
Will told us you were going to be fine, and we all went, well, you know what?
Yeah.
How bad can you hurt us in 5?
Yeah.
And
You was destroying, man.
dude, you hurt
Yo.
everybody after you. That's how bad you hurt anybody not paying attention. That was a very good set. Good sets from so many people throughout the night. Kenjamin
Yeah.
Alonso, Will Loden, Abby Volman, Antonio Aguilar. Who else was on the show? I'm forgetting.
Charles
Charles Justice did a
did-
set. He jumped in. And then, of course, sets from all of us. A very good time was had, and cheers to you
Cheers,
guys. New material
guys.
from everyone across the board.
Yeah.
Not an old joke on the show on the second half. And Jerry doing his and Rainbow Wings as the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Now, here's what's important. Jerry looked at me, he goes, "You son of a bitch, I knew you weren't going to do it." And I said, "Jerry, I never said I was." Every time Jerry asked me leading up to this if I was going to perform in my Easter Bunny costume, I simply changed the subject.
I found one.
Where?
There's one back in the text message. You're like, oh, for sure, we got to do that.
But
That's what you said.
okay. That was before I'd really decided that I wasn't.
Yeah.
And then I decided.
No,
But
it
once
wasn't.
I decided
no,
I
it
wasn't.
That's a lie. I knew it 2 weeks ago. I knew it. I was
How?
like, you know what? Whatever. I'm still going to do it.
How'd you know 2 weeks ago?
I just knew you weren't going to be up to that. You were struggling with all this new material you've been working on.
Yeah.
I don't want to put any extra stress on you.
Struggling. Well, it sounded like a struggle Friday night. But yeah, I was struggling.
Good times. We're back in the studio. It's festive. It's holiday-ish.
Popcorn shit here. I was like, yup.
That's right.
Fight.
Oh, we're just talking shit. That's what we do. We don't fight each other over talking shit.
You're right. I had to follow a ferry.
Again?
Again. That was tough. No, I'm kidding, buddy.
It's quite the festive season. We have holiday stuff galore. With the Christmas show is just one thing. We're all gearing up for our own personal Christmas shows. Do you guys have Christmas Eve or Christmas Day plans? What do you do? Do you do Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
We have a both. So we have a big Christmas Eve party at the house, which I think this is it's the second year. No Uncle Jerry Lee, so domestic violence will be at a zero. So
Fair.
So yeah, but
Good for y'all.
Yeah. You
Who's
can
hitting
never get the zero.
That's true. You can't give it a zero.
You know what I mean?
Family
The same
gets
way.
together.
Some kid's gonna move up from the kids' table to the big table, and
and-
somebody's gonna step into the shit starting roll.
It's like how in March every morning the weatherman says that there's a 20% chance of rain.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah. Damn.
Give it 20%.
Zero is some wishful thinking, motherfucker.
But shit starter is
Yeah.
definitely it's a familial role
That
needs
is.
to be fulfilled in the family until your family grows out of it. So
Yeah.
if he died and the family hadn't decided that we're not past the shit,
Actually, I know who it is. It's really fun. Actually, y'all actually right. Maybe just think about this. One of my mom's brothers is the new shit starter.
See?
This motherfucker has ruined more birthday parties this year.
how do you ruin a birthday party?
Oh, you get drunk and tell your wife how you really feel. That's he's done this shit. This motherfucker has ruined 2 birthday parties. So he's like on the reluctant list for Christmas. We like, shit, we gonna get this motherfucker a muzzle for Christmas.
Do y'all do the big family so what is Christmas Eve like small family? Is that like that's the big one and then Christmas Day is the
Yeah, so Christmas Eve is always like a big huge it's a big huge party and and everybody that's the night that everybody just gets together, gets drunk, just drinks and kind of remember. That really is Christmas Day cuz Christmas Day is sort of it's like
down a notch.
melancholy. Yeah, it's like everybody just kind of around each other. You do the stuff, but it's less intense than Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, everybody's fucking
right.
going heck because that next day's off.
See, I do Christmas Eve is the opposite for me. I don't I don't do anything. It used to be I used to go do dinner with my sister and her in-laws and stuff and just kind of hang out. Now it's like low key, me on the couch. Because I went from when I was in that crazy whatever when you're dating somebody way back in and they got 2 people and you got 2 people and Christmas is 4 places and this and that and then you're single and then your dad dies and then all of it you're just like, man, I'm down to
8
One
motherfuckers.
Christmas.
I'm down to 2 if my family could all get along. This is all I got to do is go 2 places and just one in order and
Yeah.
they know.
Yeah, they
it's
know what's
all
up.
copacetic. So I sleep in Christmas morning. I wake up. I'm responsible for sweet potatoes, so I put them bitches in the oven to heat them up.
Yeah.
And then I jump in the car around noon, cruise over for casual Christmas Day at one place, and then I go finish up at the other, and then I come home. And Christmas Eve is all about me just kicking it on the couch.
That's a fucking
Y'all potluck
sweet
it?
move.
No, there's no luck. There's
Pot.
You say, like you do
no,
the sweet
the
potatoes
family.
and shit.
So yeah, when we
Might
do
need some luck with them microwave sweet potatoes.
when we when we do so like my brother Brandon cooks. He's fantastic. So he'll always cook a bunch of stuff, and then we still do like the mixed Mediterranean traditional.
Oh, okay.
So grape leaves and kibbeh and all that stuff, but also turkey and ham and everything else. So I don't know. They handle all that. And I'm just like, man, I'm gonna roll in with some sides.
yeah.
I get in on holidays. I kind of get by lucky, like a little. I get off a little lucky because everybody else is like, oh, they're bringing kids and we got to bring a bunch of shit because we're bringing a bunch of shit. I just kind of slip in. I'm like, oh, it's just me. I got some yams. I set them on the table and eat all the good stuff and hide in the corner.
Yeah. So,
Bringing up busted market yams.
No, I make them. I go make sweet potatoes and sugar and butter. And I get down on yams. Yeah.
I have never made shit on any holiday. I think I tried to make a cake once, and I had put so much butter in it, my mom fainted. Like, there's a video of my mom.
Can you butter someone out?
Like she imagined the cholesterol. And fucking just fell the fuck out. Yeah, there's a video. You can hear her going, "Whoo, all that butter." You can hear it in the background. And her falling the fuck out. Oh fuck! Somebody get us some garlic.
No.
Somebody is yelling that out.
See, I was the baby and the boy, so I never cooked anything. And then when I got into cooking, whatever, one year we came to Thanksgiving, and my sister was like, "Hey, wait a minute, how come he didn't bring nothing? He cooks now." I was like, "Well, you bitches, shut the fuck up." No, I don't do it.
Yeah, we're very communist in our.
Jerry, how are you hanging over there?
Man, I spent years, just as a bachelor person, whatever, doing my own thing on holidays, kind of just. It was always a good drinking night. Was the 24th, and chances of running across something was always pretty good. And then since I've been married, it's like you say, the older you get, the more people you lose, and like we lost her dad, my mom. And I never really gave a shit about Christmas, but my mom was like a Christmas and Halloween fanatic. And so I feel bad my kids are missing out on that. So I try to be Mr. Christmas now. So I'm the guy listening to Christmas music and shit, and Rachel pushes a lot of that. And usually on Christmas Eve we do our traditional tamales. That was something her family did. So we do Alamo tamales on Christmas Eve.
That's a big Mexican Christmas is big down here.
We drink. We do Alamo tamales. We drink, and then.
How early do you go get them? Because the line outside Alamo is
I go on the
up,
23rd and get them, bro.
Yeah,
I've been doing it.
And you still wait.
I've been the tamale getter for like 6 years now, so I'm pretty good. I got my timing down, and then her family eats them with ketchup. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Hold up. Hold up.
I've never seen it.
Hold up.
I've never seen anybody eat tamales with ketchup. Tom at Rach and her whole family eats them with ketchup.
That's shit that should come up before y'all get married. You should have that conversation. You should have to
deal breaker because I still get tamales.
You should have to divulge that though. That should be on a Carfax.
I have to.
And then I get drunk and play
I
Santa,
can't
which is
pass
a lot of fun.
judgment because I do tamales with siracha, so I'm getting the Asian sauce with the Mexican food.
Yeah, well, that's just
You also
Mexican
eat
Asian
crawfish with
fusion.
gloves though, so we
Motherfucker, I have tear gassed myself many a times.
Look at Jose's head popped around at crawfish with gloves in such a way that I was worried he was injured.
That picture threw me off because I've never seen you do that before. I feel like we've eaten crawfish before. You've never.
So that
anyway,
was
I
at
saw that
BB's, and
picture.
they just gave you the gloves, and I was like,
They didn't put them
why
on
the
your
fuck-
hands.
No, they
didn't tie you down and put them on your hands.
No, they didn't. But I put them on. I was like, why the fuck do y'all give them? And then when I started doing it, I was like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is great. Because my minimum order is 5 pounds.
Gotcha.
Right?
Right.
And with no gloves, like, yeah, man, this is the only thing that slows me down sometimes is that my fingers fucking hurt.
That's why you go through 3,000 rolls of paper towels. You kill a forest's worth of trees before you put this plastic in the environment.
I must say, when they said you ate them with gloves, I imagined biker gloves. I was like, oh, he wanted plastic shit.
Not mittens, motherfucker.
I'm imagining fingers out.
Like the hamburger helper.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, when I put those things on, 5 pounds happens like that.
You can get rid of them quick. Yeah.
Because I don't feel shit. Just bam, 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 bam.
Oh,
Is there a proper Christmas dinner meal? Like, can you do crawfish for Christmas?
So I feel like anything's fair game for Christmas because we live like we get the hybrid stuff, right?
Yeah.
I grew up adjacent to the Cajun night before Christmas. You get used to the mythology down here, so I feel like all of that hybridization of the dinner is fine, right? Bring in some Cajun food, bring in some Mexican food. Let's have tortilla. All that shit is fair game.
But also a ham.
But you're 100% right. Two things I think are traditionally So the Christmas dinner is always turkey and ham. I always associate that. Christmas Eve though always feels like a roast beef night. It feels or a prime rib night.
Yeah.
Like
So then I put your ass to bed.
well, yeah, but like a more formal. Hey, this isn't for 6,000 people. This is Christmas Eve. Always feels more intimate. They're like the opposite of how you
So
feel.
that's when we have people like mom-in-law, brother-in-law, and sister and shit like that. They'll come visit us on Christmas Eve, and they'll go ahead and bring gifts for the kids. And we usually let the kids open some gifts on Christmas Eve. There's a couple, usually some special ones we want them to go ahead and have. And then with the next day, we do gifts in the morning plus Santa Claus, whatever Santa brought them.
Okay.
But we don't let Santa really bring him a whole lot, so we don't let him take credit.
It's a
for all
giant.
that bullshit.
That's fair.
Ours is
We
a
work
giant
goddamn
gumbo. It's usually a
Gumbo.
It's usually a giant gumbo on Christmas Eve. And it's not. It's a bunch of games and shit that's played. Like it's a lot of stuff like that.
Like what y'all play? Y'all play
Um,
like board games or card games or
Like you play like 3 cards.
trivia. Like we'll do
shit.
trivia for white elephant gifts or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll do trivia for stuff like that. But it just always leads into like some type of fucking argument over,
of course.
over some fact, and it's just that is the shit that I do miss about the older people dying off, because they just their dreams are gone, so all they have is whatever the fuck, like Jordan over LeBron, like all they have, you know what I'm saying, like all they have is this argument. That's it.
Let me
It's
talk
all-
to you, young buck.
yeah, so I do miss kind of that shit, but I keep it up with, I always just bring up gay talk. And
Yeah.
that usually equals the house against me.
You seem like the
Oh, yeah.
24-hour stick of dynamite in the lake.
Oh, let's
like
do it all day long. Let's do it. I'm gonna tell you why they should be married. I'm just defending everything.
Let me tell you something. Next time, you folks, especially if you're family, but anytime black dudes get into when the Jordan versus LeBron thing comes up, you talk about throwing the grenade in.
Yeah.
I like to just go, look, let's be honest. Larry Bird was better than both.
I'll do-
You
I'll
just
do
walk the
shit
fuck
like
out of the room.
Just walk the
fuck
fuck
out of the room and just what the fuck did he just fucking say? What?
They'll lock the door behind Trey. They won't
Yeah,
let him come
no,
back
they
in the house.
You'll walk out and go, yeah, he is gay.
Yeah.
By the time they stop being pissed off, they look around. You're not even there.
Yeah.
You just
Oh, you
fucking-
ever been chased to your car in the ear? Like somebody right here. Don't break your teeth, my motherfucking Larry Bird.
Oh yeah.
You get chased to your car? Shit. Wait,
That was, usually, that was usually religious arguments with my family.
Religious arguments? Yeah, those are the. But that's my.
I'll
favorite
read the
thing.
scripture to you again. Yeah, you've read it 4 times. You've told me it meant 3
I'm so
different
passive
goddamn things.
I'm so passive with my family now. Like I
Yeah,
just
you gotta-
show up and it's a how can I not light anything on fire? I just want to sit there and watch them be happy.
Well, that's where I am
That's
now.
my
There's very
whole-
much left, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still.
But back in the
stirring.
day when you had extras,
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
I'm
you can
serenity
stir shit.
now.
Kanye dropped a book of Jesus. Like he dropped a Bible.
A Jesus Bible?
Right? So
Kanye Bible?
Yeah, so everything in it is just replaced. Like in the beginning, Ye created the heavens and the earth. It's like
Wait,
that.
he replaced God with
with
himself.
Kanye, right? Yeah, everything that's in there. So I'm thinking about getting my dad this for Christmas and be like, "Hey man, I think you should come because he's a pastor."
Can you? Well, I guess
does he
it's-
reference Hova in it?
here's the thing.
Or did he just out savior his ass?
Right? Exactly.
Pray so hard, motherfuckers want to find me.
He's the
Write your own book, bitch.
Here's what's funny. He's got a song called "I Miss the Old Kanye" where he describes 12 different Kanyes. So he's his own disciples. Like
Yeah.
that's what's wild.
Wow. Can you do? I guess it's in public domain, so you could just rewrite it,
You can
right?
rewrite
that's,
it,
That's on you.
yeah.
You just change a couple of words and put it back out. Man,
Bestseller.
they've been doing that for centuries.
There's nobody strong enough in his ear to say, "Don't do that."
Man,
You don't listen to nobody.
That's what I mean. There's nobody strong enough in his ear.
nah, that would be. Yeah, I'm hoping to get him that, and that might stir up something.
I think you have to do it.
Yeah.
Is so are you excited? Are you ready for Christmas? And is Christmas Eve, more importantly, is that the only? Are there any other Eves? There's an All Hallows Eve and New Year's Eve. Those two count, right?
Oh yeah, it's just
New
I don't
Year's
think
Eve's a big
lot-
one.
I mean, All Hallows Eve seems kind of spotty down here. I know people
Very
up north
spotty.
really.
It was a good
went
party
for it.
night
Yeah, it was
amongst
like a
me and
party.
my friends,
What's-
but no one seemed.
what's Hallows
It's
Eve?
the night before Halloween. Devil's Night,
Interesting.
the 30th.
Okay. Wow, that's my first time hearing about this.
So in the 90s, The Crow came out, And that movie
well,
was.
they did it in Detroit.
They had
were-
it was
killing everybody.
All Hallows Eve or Devil's Night or whatever it was. So
Yeah.
it was a night of chaos and all this other flames.
Like
and-
Not
the Purge
everybody
or some
went-
shit.
A lot
Yeah.
of fuckery going on.
yeah,
all
some
Hallows
fuckery
Eve.
was afoot.
Yeah. Fuckery was a
Yes.
yeah
And but that was just kind of a made up.
thing.
Yeah, they did
no.
that shit in Milwaukee. It wasn't so much like chaos and stuff, but the bars had drink specials and everybody went out and partied
Hallows
down
Eve.
and shit.
Right. So there's there's not even an official Thanksgiving Eve, right? Even though it's an official bar holiday
Yeah.
and everybody goes
Tell
to the
ya.
bars and gets drunk.
I got a prediction.
Tell me why you just got Forrest Whitaker eye.
Sorry.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Well, I
What-
think I was born with it, sir. It's
Look like
hereditary.
you look like you had brain freeze or some shit.
Yeah,
You
here's the thing. Yeah. No. I think in 5 years, this is a prediction I have. I think in 5 to 7 years, there will be a Juneteenth Eve.
What?
I do think.
In 5 to
I
7
think-
years, you'll be lucky if people still remember Juneteenth. That's America.
It's been a national holiday.
For 6 days, it's America.
1 year, yeah. we
You
finally
are
got it.
pushing-
That one seems to be growing, actually.
I think it's
You're
going
pushing
to
too
be
fast.
an Eve.
No.
It's going. Here's why. We waited so long for this off day. You're going to fuck around and give us 2. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. We going to figure out a way to get an extra day out your ass.
That's so funny.
We need
'cause
a Martin Luther King. Because Martin Luther King is on Monday, the Eve is Sunday. Because it's always on that Monday, the Eve is already that
I
Sunday.
think
Here's
if you
the
go
thing,
by
man.
the story of what Juneteenth is, the eve should be like 2 weeks after. 2 weeks after. I ain't coming to work tomorrow, bitch. It's Juneteenth Eve.
I'll be
is-
mad. I just got word.
That is really fucking funny. The Eve came late. By the way, y'all off tomorrow. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, yeah, that's really funny.
You said we're gonna figure out a way. It's just very easy.
Easy.
All you've got to do is convince 5 college-age white girls that it's a cause worth getting behind, and it's game the fuck over.
That's
It's hashtag Juneteenth Eve.
Only reason I was shooting it down was the fact that I was thinking Juneteenth has to become a party holiday before the Eve could be. But no, you're right, because the 19th is any day of the week.
Yeah.
So the Eve is the only one that really is celebratable.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you. That makes a lot of sense.
I
You really
think
thought
that's
that through.
Yeah, I think that's the only one that
You
shit
pour
is-
enough Hennessy down white girls' throats, you might be able to get them on board with it.
Yeah, I was-
In the chat, they said, just tell them in Portland. Tell the people in Portland, Oregon.
yeah.
That it's time for Juneteenth
Let's
Eve.
throw a motherfucking riot about it.
I do want to say what's up to everybody in the chat, and to some folks who came out to the show. The Alamans, especially bringing us a bottle of Buffalo Trace
What'd
and
you come
a
out
Jameson
tonight?
Stout edition.
Wow.
Oh,
Good
that's why
friends.
Sam's here. We got new whiskey.
Good.
We've been over here surviving on crumbs. You know what I'm saying?
Now we got new whiskeys right back in the.
2 bottles show up, and Sam's like fucking Shazam.
Well, funny you should mention that.
I think I smell a bottle to kill.
If you notice, this is empty.
Yeah.
So before I left town, no. Before I left town, I went to the doc, and they called up while I was out. And when you see the phone call from your doctor, you're like, oh fuck, it's AIDS, right? And
Well, that's not my first go-to, but okay. We all
I know,
have different fears.
I automatically assume the worst.
I'm like, oh fuck, it's diabetes.
Go ahead. I
get it.
get the call.
So I pick up the phone and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Yeah, you came in and got your blood work done. I'm like, "Yeah, come on, man, just lay it on me." I was like, "Is it AIDS?" And she's like, "No." She goes, "No, but you are pre-diabetic."
Oh,
And I was
man.
like, "What?" She goes, "It's okay. We caught it early."
You
He's
got
gonna have to-
diabetes, Eve?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God damn.
Almost there.
My man, motherfucker. Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, stop smoking and gotta limit the alcohol and cut out the sugar." And I was like, "Bitch, I'd rather have AIDS."
Is that what she said, or did she go, "'Twas the night before the sugar"? Oh shit, I'm kidding.
So yeah, that's why I was like,
They gotta
"Y'all
see
poor
what's
guys," I
got-
was like,
Slow down,
"I'll do
buddy.
this one."
They gotta see what's gonna happen to the foot, so they can decide whether or not to pluralize stockings.
That is so fucking.
Oh shit.
I can dance too,
That's so fucking
So anyway, not AIDS.
not
Not
a.
AIDS. Not even diabetes yet.
pre-diabetes.
I love that I live in a world where you and Andy Huggins have diabetes.
Oh
and
wow,
I
that's
don't.
funny.
Because I go to the doctor for the sniffles. They're like, we think you might be diabetic. We're going to check your diabetes. And they always look so disappointed when I'm not. They all come back like, no, your blood sugar's fine. It's weird. Yeah.
No, I was the beginning of the pandemic. I was pre-hypertension, and that's why when I came back here, I was in the gym like every goddamn day.
Yeah.
So I beat that, and I'm like, I knocked this motherfucker out too. Yeah. And then as soon as I do, like right afterwards, my melanoma will find another way to try to kill me.
No, you good. You're pre-blind too. They gave you them glasses.
That's how I found out about the diabetes.
Where'd they go? You didn't come back with them.
No, I had to take them back because the prescription was wrong, and then they weren't ready, and then I just got back, so I'm going to pick them up tomorrow. Yeah, that's the thing. The prescription was wrong. When I went in there to say like, hey, this lens is fucked up or whatever, she redid my eyes, and she was like, yo, this changed from what you said last time. She's like, do you have diabetes? And I was like,
Hell no.
And she was like, you might want to go get that checked because your eyes have changed from visit to visit. So I got out of there and just called my doctor. Was like, hey, I need to go get checked for diabetes. So,
but you just did like a full health workup and shit.
That's what she said. That's what the doctor said. She was like, I'm looking at your chart from the last time you were here, and everything was fine. She's like, what have you done in the past 3 months?
You
Scottish
shooting
pussy.
brownie batter?
Gave you the diabetic.
Ma'am, I'm sorry.
I was eating cheesecake when they fucking called.
That's what happened. I thought you ate one black pussy.
Odds are better of him having AIDS.
Fuck. No, I realized when you brought up AIDS, I was thinking about something. Like if you've told your girl that you've never used a condom, you can't make noise when you pee. Like if you're in the bathroom, you can't make any noise. If she knows you never use, you have to be as silent as fucking possible.
Why do you make noise when you pee?
Shit, I'm getting older. It's harder to come out. You know about this?
Just let go. It'll just go.
Yeah.
This guy's got molasses.
It's gravity. It just
and he's
goes
asking me why it's hard to come out. Fucking this slow leak over here. You know how hard it is. Oh, your piss come out tough.
Comes out pretty good.
Okay, fair enough.
I just have to stop holding it.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty much.
But it's harder to
I
come
can pee
out.
on you right now if you want.
I'm good on that. I'll pass on the
I can
piss.
pee at any time except for when the doctor gives you the cup and goes, okay, now go. I'm just like, it never doesn't matter.
I can't pee with a dude next to me it's weird.
I think
Like
maybe I
in
just
an
worked
orgy?
construction too long. I can pee anywhere.
Never been in an orgy?
where there were other penises involved.
Easy time. That's
No.
that's the best time to piss.
No.
Make the sound.
When it's pissing, first you come, right? Then you piss.
What sort of
My
ASMR
piss-
What sound are you
video?
making? Are you over there going, come out?
My piss is a stuck dove.
It sounds like I just barely drove off the road. That's what it sounds like.
You just fell asleep a little bit on 45.
I fell asleep on the way home from Dallas.
Whoa. All
That's
right. We're good.
My piss. Hey,
That's always the move, right? Roll down the window.
every
that's
time.
what happens
All right,
when you.
we're good.
That's how you piss when you've never used the condom.
That's the sound you're gonna make for the
Blockage.
bathroom. She's gonna hear a and you'll be like, oh, it fell off. It fell off. There's whew.
So no orgy.
Good luck to you. No.
Okay.
Well, define orgy. If orgy is more than
Everybody.
two people, then yes.
You-
If it's more than one dude,
What's
then
an
no.
orgy? Meaning this, after you come, you get sensory overload. Orgy is the only time you feel like
Be more
live,
specific.
like in when it's happening.
Be more
You
specific.
feel like after you feel like when you watch porn.
Be
That's
more-
the only
be
time.
more
When
specific.
you come in an orgy, like this is disgusting.
Yeah, that's
What am I doing with myself?
when I just have a no other dudes rule. That's it. It's just me.
Yeah, I don't think that's an orgy.
That's what I'm saying. So
I think
maybe
it's
not.
I think it's a couple's sort of.
But
gig.
what happens when it's like? What if there's multiple thems and only
That's
one
just
me?
something.
Multiple them.
That's a harem.
It's non-binary
Doesn't matter.
fucking is what
How many of them?
Women?
Yeah,
All the rest.
yeah. 5, 4,
Sure.
3,
Okay.
5, some 4.
Sure.
Some
Let's
3,
start
some.
with
You just use any number.
3
you
and
put
up.
somebody.
Is it an orgy at that point?
I don't
or
think
no?
so.
You have to have more than one dude
I
there.
think it's just one tired dick.
You have to have
I
more than one
believe
dude there.
Orgy is a 4-on-4. Is at least it's a pickup game.
You're right. I was gonna say that's a. Can you? Somebody's got sidelines.
Yeah,
If you
it's
got
like,
12.
yeah,
I
it's like,
understand.
but it's everybody fucking everybody.
and everybody's skins.
Sometimes,
I got you.
and everybody's scared. Yeah.
What if it's 7 women
Sometimes
and one
we
dude?
do dark skins versus light skins.
What if-
Sometimes we do that. Sometimes.
What if it's 7 women and 1 dude, and all the 4 of the women are doing a thing, and 3 and 1 are doing a thing, and then they all swap? That's still an orgy.
It's just everybody in the
This
room.
is a very
fucking.
specific question. Do you need to label it?
Well, I do not. He feels the need to tell me I have or have not been in.
I was
certain
just wondering,
situations.
have you pissed in one?
Oh,
But
no.
you'd have to be in one to piss in one.
right, but
like the lottery.
But also, no, I've never. Yeah,
Gotta be in it to win it. I was just trying to see, had you pissed in an orgy? You said no.
no. I
'cause
would
you never
very
been in
much
one.
like a pool party. I would excuse myself.
I can just
That
picture,
red dye just starts.
I was just. I'm afraid.
I can picture Slay with these like 8 women, and then one dude walks in. Slay's like, "No, fuck this. Get me the
Get the fuck outta here."
What the fuck?
Well, yeah.
And just leave him there with the 8 women.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Here's what you can
Yeah,
do.
I would probably
You
peel.
just broke the rules, motherfucker. I'm out.
Jerry, I would legitimately try to peel 2 of them off over the bullshit that had just transpired, the fuckery that was afoot.
Yeah.
And then me and those 2 would go outside, and that dude could do whatever he wanted with those 5.
Here's what I could imagine you doing in an orgy. I can imagine you pissing.
Does it sound like me going, ooh, get that off me?
And maybe after you've came,
I'm not-
get it off. Get it off now.
Stop touching me.
Somebody get my Mandalorian helmet.
Why would he wear that?
Never mind. It's all right. I've already got it. It's,
But I can imagine you pissing in that hat and then putting it on somebody. That's what I imagine you doing in an orgy.
I'm telling you, look, if it's 5 women and me, and I've already gotten the green light on that, if you're the dude who walks in, I am peeing on you. If some dude just shows up like, hey, I heard there's a party going on. Am I invited? Get the.
That's
Yeah.
totally fair. Then I could
I'm
probably
pissing on you.
I could probably pee around another
One of
dude.
them arcade games where you got to squirt the water.
Oh, trying to make the
get
clown
it-
go up there or make the racehorse win.
And then I'm gonna shit talk you afterwards. I'm gonna look at the other 5 girls and be like, you don't want to be with him. He's covered in pee.
That's
You ever pissed in an orgy?
No, I've never been to an orgy.
remarkable question.
I've never been to one. Like he got a ticket. Like it's like, all right, 2 for the mezzanine,
I've been
please.
invited to a handful over the
Trey
years,
just
but
asked
it's
the
not
oddest
been my
question.
thing.
You ever chipped your tooth eating rocks?
It's the holidays.
Nobody's ever eaten rocks, Trey.
It's the holidays, though.
It is the holidays, and it's
See,
as you know, orgy season.
It's a holiday question. Everybody fucks around this time. Everybody has orgies around this time.
What's your
Really?
what's your best
Everybody?
what's your best holiday
A New
memory?
Year's Eve orgy?
Is your best holiday memory an orgy? Did you have a holiday orgy?
Oh no. No. Probably my favorite. My favorite. Oh shit. My favorite holiday story.
How is it not an orgy?
Well, I didn't have one then.
He just pimped holiday season as orgy season. You know, holidays are when people have all the orgies.
Yeah, I didn't have
Not me.
mines during that time. That's the thing.
Are you a summer orgy
Well,
kind of
I was
guy? You
out of
like the
season.
stank?
No, I think it's a spring. I think it's a
I'm
spring.
bragging about my orgy. Like, that's not the right time for that. It was like I wore white shoes. That's the Labor Day. It's like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of like I hope nobody goes into Labor Day. That's what,
God damn.
I bet orgies in August are not popular.
no, well, it depends on where you
No.
live. Not down here.
Boy, that's some sweaty shit.
Not down here.
do you? I actually.
February's fucking season
This is
down
what
here.
I found out. Orgy is actually spring break. That's orgy season. So everybody his stories is like, yeah, I had when was it? It's
Spring
always
break
spring
is like lose your virginity season.
It is.
That's not.
In an
In
orgy.
an orgy.
Is that how they're doing it now? I feel like that's
Oh, you feel out.
who took my virginity? Well, them.
Well,
Girls
that's
going
so
wild
on
made
brand.
Girls going wild made $1 billion by promising these bitches a T-shirt
okay, that's fair.
for spring break.
That's totally fair.
No, my favorite holiday story. I'm trying to think. Probably get into a fight with my dad.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Christmas. I think I was like
Over.
14 or 15.
Just life.
And yeah, we just like squabbed it out one Christmas. And it was great. We just like after it was over with, we sat on the couch, winded. It was like
Who won?
it was a tie. I'm gonna say it was a tie because, well, you know, here's the thing. He can't. All right,
Because y'all both can't fight.
I'm getting the best of you if you got to threaten to kick me out the house. If you got to pull
Yep.
parent card, I'm
Yep.
winning.
All right, that's
Goddamn, you know what I mean? Right? Your boy slapped you. You was like, hey. Go to your room.
Yeah, but that's also not to defend your father, but it might be one of those situations where he did one of those things where he got just enough ahead and then quit.
He probably
You know
did.
what I mean? He was up by 2 points and then twisted his ankle.
You
know what I mean?
This probably what happened. He probably was like, all right, that's enough. Because
Yeah.
he probably was going in, I'm finna kill you. Like, you're not even my son no more. But we scrapped it out. And that's probably my favorite moment because it was good. I was good for a week.
And then you fed your mom some butter. Call it a day. That's a
whole fucking.
I knocked his whole family out.
Yeah.
One of
My
my
dad
favorites
never
is
threatened
we had Rachel's whole family over at our place, and Aubrey was about 4, and there had been some squabbles, and there was a lot of tension, and everybody wasn't Hakuna Matata. And we sat down, and I was at the head of the table, and I went to grab the tray with the turkey on it, and I set it down a little too hard, and it banged on the table, and my 4-year-old bellowed out, "What the fuck?"
Oh, nice.
And instantly, 9 heads turned and stared at me because they knew where the phrase had come from.
Of course.
That's so funny.
And I go, and my head almost fell off. I was like, what the fuck? And then my brother-in-law started giggling maniacally like a fucking crazy
Rightfully
person.
so.
And it broke and everybody had this great meal. We all had this great time afterward. But it's kind of like the tension got broke.
tension got
you
broke.
know?
A 4-year-old saying fuck might be one of the greatest things that could
Yes.
ever happen.
Judy just, what the fuck? And then everybody looked at me, and I went,
And you don't want to laugh because you know that's just going to encourage them to just keep doing it.
Fuck that.
But every adult is looking around at each other like, come on, man. That was fucking
my
funny."
son did it today. We were driving around. We were going to give them this outing because they're vaccinated and all that stuff. We're going to go do some shit. So we went, did some stuff they wanted to do. He wanted to go to McDonald's. We weren't going to do that. We were going to go to Barnaby's and eat. And he's sitting in the back seat, and I hear him go, shit, under his breath. And I was like, I'm going to let that one fly. And then another one, shit. And I was like, okay. And then he goes, screw this shit. And then I almost had a stroke. I was trying not to laugh, so I started biting on my lip. And I was like, and he goes, Barnaby's is closed. And I was
That's so funny.
I was like,
that is so goddamn.
God, that's
he was
fantastic.
bit.
That is awesome.
Because we wanted to go to McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. We're
Yeah.
sitting at Barnaby's. He's eating his french fries like this.
I know you
He
got
said,
one.
screw
Slade.
this shit. I was done. I was like, okay.
I'm trying to think because they're not big holidays anymore. But back in the day when it was, we used to go to my aunt used to live close to where we were. My mom's sister, and we'd go over and she was married and they had a son, and that was my only cousin. Like that was the extended family. So, but Marshall, he's older than me. He's the only sibling or relative that's ever been an older kid. So this dude was a badass, still is. I mean, he's just always been that bad. I've always been terrified of it. He's just a rough and tumble kind of dude, football player, everything about him. Just, you're like, man, I'm not fucking with you. But I loved him. So we would go over to their house, and on Christmas, he tricked me. He brought me, him and his friend Dominic were there, and he called me upstairs. I come running upstairs, and he had his BB gun, and they had fake blood all over Dominic's back. He thought he was acting like he had killed him, and I thought I had run into a literal death scene. Oh, I was screaming, and then it was terrifying. And then later on, in the same day, he gave me what he told me was a pickle, and it was a jalapeno pepper. And I took a bite. I was screaming, crying, and his dad, my Uncle Mike, found out, and he grabbed Marshall and he dragged him in the kitchen, and he fed him that whole jar of fucking peppers. And it was the most gangster thing I've ever seen. Bro, he was holding him up and just sticking peppers and putting a hand over the mouth. You'll finish that. You're not going to do that to him. And I was like, bro, you are my friend.
Boy, I guarantee you this, Marshall still thinks about that. Every now and then, every once in a while, at a family event, Marshall looks over at Slade and like, motherfucker, I ever catch you outside when nobody's looking.
I feel that way, but you got to understand Mar. Mar has shot himself in the leg with an actual rifle. He flipped a four-wheeler one time and put the handlebar through his side, which also had to have emergency
Is he the one
surgery.
that busted the dude in the face at the wedding?
At the wedding, he knocked out my brother's
put your
best
shirt
friend.
on, bro.
Better put your shirt back on, bro. Yeah, so Mar probably isn't sweating the jalapenos he had to eat when he was 10. But yes, at that moment,
You're going to say something too sharp to him one day, and that memory's going to kick in.
it's gonna come flooding back.
His hand just gonna
Just
snap.
what was
Better
that?
put your hat back on, bro.
Capsaicin. All right, we got any more memories? Or what else do we have before we get out of here?
Sam, you got something?
your favorite holiday memory?
Oh no, I don't really.
Whoa!
I don't really do the holidays. That much,
Diabetic
man.
stroking this bitch.
I'm trying to.
He
I'm trying to
remix the answer.
I'm trying to be as nice as I can without
Okay.
just saying fuck Christmas. I don't really do the holidays. I don't really care. Thanksgiving is my good big one with my family.
That's your Thanksgiving.
And then
one. Okay.
and then Christmas with my family is just like another Thanksgiving. It's like Thanksgiving, like everybody come eat. They just throw around one gift or whatever. Usually by 7 p.m. I'm at a bar getting fucked up.
Got you.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
a Christmas day is a big drinking day.
He sounded just like Joey Diaz when he said that one line. Usually by 7 p.m., I'm in a bar getting fucked up. You sounded just like Uncle Joey for just a minute there.
It was
7 p.m.
I
cocksucker.
put in the time with the family, and then all right, sun went
And then you
down. Hey,
leave.
oh, the game is starting. Cool. Well, it's been good seeing everybody. Merry Christmas. Well, I'll see y'all again New Year's Day, and then skirt.
At that point, I'm in the bar drinking a whiskey, getting my dick sucked like a doctor. Put the Giants on the big screen.
In the single days, Christmas Day was a fun comedy day because you went and did a show somewhere.
Oh, back when there were clubs.
Yeah, well, back in olden times.
And they used to open and do shows for people.
Before
Yeah.
we used to have to do shows in concert venues.
Yeah. Oh God, remember that? Back when you had to fucking go against a band your whole show.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, this is a happy podcast.
Bands and fucking K-pop.
There was
night
some
and-
fuckery afoot.
yeah, I love that.
We got to
Spread
get out
some
of here.
holiday cheer.
The Whiskey Brothers are on everything. What's up, Charita? Popping in at the last minute. We saw you at the show. So good to see a lot of you in the chat and in person. So we'll talk to you soon. Find us on YouTube. That's where everything is happening. Lots of good shit happening there, and I can only encourage you to pay attention as we go into the new year because there are new shows and new things that we're working on. Stay tuned for that. Everything else is at Praise Whiskey, and click the sub button, and we'll see you on the other side.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.